There are fighters who win titles, there are fighters who break records, and then there are fighters who rewrite what we believe is humanly possible. In the 1980s, one man didn't just win fights, he dismantled the very concept of competition. But what you witnessed in the ring was just the final product. The real engineering happened far from the cameras, in a sleepy New York town, where a 70-year-old man was conducting the most radical psychological experiment in sports history. This isn't another Mike Tyson documentary. This is a forensic breakdown of how human potential gets systematically unlocked. I'm Ibrahim Great from Street Fight Science, and today we're reverse engineering the exact process that transformed a broken child into the most efficient fighting machine ever created. The foundation of every great creation begins with understanding the raw materials. Michael Tyson wasn't born with silver gloves. He was born into a world where violence wasn't sport, it was survival. By age 13, he'd been arrested 38 times. The system saw a statistic, but one man saw something else entirely. Bobby Stewart, a counselor and former boxer, recognized what others missed. He didn't just see a troubled kid, he saw a perfect storm of physical attributes, explosive hip rotation that couldn't be taught, a low center of gravity that defied conventional boxing wisdom, and most importantly, emotional fuel that could power an entire career. This wasn't finding a diamond in the rough. This was discovering crude oil and knowing exactly how to refine it. Enter Cus D'Amato, not just a trainer, but a master behavioral psychologist who happened to work in boxing. At 70 years old, when most men are preserving their legacy, Cus was about to build his greatest one. His core philosophy was revolutionary. Fear is the greatest enemy or the greatest ally. The difference is in the management, not the elimination. Cus understood something fundamental. You can't build a champion by fixing weaknesses alone. You must weaponize them. He saw Tyson's anger not as a problem to solve, but as energy to harness. His insecurities weren't liabilities. They were the very foundation of his aggressive style. This wasn't about creating a boxer. It was about building a psychological phenomenon that happened to throw punches. The transformation followed a precise algorithm. 4 a.m. wake-ups served a dual purpose: physical conditioning and psychological warfare. The message wasn't subtle. While you're dreaming of victory, I'm already building it. The 3 to 5 mile runs weren't just cardio. They were mobile visualization labs. Every foot strike reinforced neural pathways of dominance. Every hill conquered built what I call combat confidence, the unshakable belief that comes from overcoming resistance when no one's watching. Then came the numbers that still baffle sports scientists: 2,000 core exercises daily. But here's what they miss. This wasn't mindless repetition. Diamond push-ups specifically built the triceps for his devastating hooks. Russian twists created the rotational power that made his body shots feel like car accidents. Every exercise had a combat-specific purpose, creating what I call functional armor, muscle that works, not just looks good. The peekaboo system wasn't just adapted for Tyson. It was engineered around his unique physical architecture. His low center of gravity became an advantage. His compact frame became a weapon. Every element was customized to turn his perceived limitations into strategic advantages. Heavy bag work wasn't practice, it was structural reinforcement. 10 to 12 rounds of maximum intensity served as both physical conditioning and psychological imprinting. The sound alone, that distinctive thud, became a trademark that preceded the actual fighter. But the real education happened in what I called the pressure chamber, his legendary sparring sessions. Multiple fresh opponents rotating in served a specific purpose: to eliminate the element of surprise. By facing every conceivable style daily, actual fights felt like review sessions. Professional fighters left those sessions not just tired, but psychologically dismantled. While others focused on physical conditioning, Cus was installing what I call a mental operating system, a framework of unshakable confidence built through systematic programming. Daily visualization sessions weren't optional, they were combat rehearsals. Tyson would mentally simulate every possible scenario until the actual fight felt like a rerun. This created what neuroscientists call certainty pathways, neural connections so strong that doubt couldn't penetrate. The psychological conditioning involved what I term emotional alchemy, transforming base emotions like fear and anger into refined combat fuel. Most trainers try to eliminate a fighter's demons. Cus taught Tyson to make them work for him. That famous stare, that wasn't intimidation. It was a psychological test most opponents failed before the first bell. So, what does this mean for your personal safety and confidence? Everything. The principles that built Tyson are universal applications for anyone seeking to become more resilient. First, systematic pressure always defeats random intensity. Consistent, focused practice beats occasional heroic efforts, every time. Second, mental preparation isn't separate from physical preparation. It's the foundation. The confidence to walk away comes from knowing you can handle what happens if you can't. Third, specialized training creates specialized results. General fitness has value, but targeted preparation creates life-saving capability. Mike Tyson's journey proves one undeniable truth. Your current limitations are mostly psychological constructs. The 4 a.m. alarms, the thousands of repetitions, the mental programming, they weren't about building a champion. They were about proving that human potential is limitless when you apply systematic pressure. The real question isn't whether you can become Mike Tyson. The real question is, what version of yourself are you systematically engineering right now? What psychological barriers are you dismantling? What physical capabilities are you building? If you're ready to apply this engineering mindset to your own transformation, your next level starts now. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because in our next breakdown, we're deconstructing how Bruce Lee's training principles can make you untouchable in any confrontation. The blueprint is here. The engineering is up to you.